The number one compliment I've gotten during my lifetime is, "Ashley, you can do anything." It's a joke, really, but it's funny. I have done several things in very unrelated fields. It wasn't till I was planning medical missions trips that I started to realize that I lead in the same way everywhere that I go. In fact, most of what I know about leadership, I started doing back when I was a 16-year-old girl choreographing a swing dance. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about how did I finish medical school, or sing with a bluegrass band, launch a medical missions organization, overcome a brain injury, or travel to a dozen countries by the time I was 30. They don't sound on the surface related, but they all have a common thread. They all require a skill set, dedication, often a team. But more than anything, they all require being a leader who knows how to make good decisions. To be a good leader, you can't do it alone. You need a team every time. Even if you're the sole person doing the task, you still need a team. For instance, it's just me up here. I don't have a little team of munchkins that help me write and speak. It might be kind of cool, or creepishly weird, one of the two, but either way, it's just me up here. But even if you're the sole person doing your task, you still need a team every time. The most important person on my team back then was not even dancing. It was my drama teacher, who would stop by, give us a high five, tell us we were incredible even though we probably weren't. It was her idea to do the dance to start with, and her encouragement that made it possible. You have to keep in mind that the most important person on your team is going to be someone in the background that no one else even sees. Who is going to help you get to where you are trying to go? What struck me most is that it's very different when I build on medical missions trips than when I build on my own. See, in my field, you start with information and then you layer on funding and then strategy. So I see the possibilities in my mind and start climbing the stairs of success without ever stopping to see if my footing and my plans are secure in God's will. But then I have to come back later and dig down through everything that I did and lay a spiritual foundation. But good leaders know what they bring to the table. They know their own abilities and their strengths, but they also know that you have to start with God. They start with a spiritual foundation in prayer, in faith, and in love, and then they layer on everything else. Good leaders know that you can't start with your own personal knowledge or your field strategies or even your strategies. They always start with God. Lastly, great leaders know how to inspire vision. They cast a hope that lights a fire in people that never quits. They create an open forum where you can exchange ideas and see the big picture together. But you can't just tell them. You can't even just show them. You have to give them an opportunity to see it for themselves. How you do that can be quite complicated, like making them do repeated dance-offs until they see the big picture for themselves. But then instead of dragging people along with you toward your goal, you're able to run a race together toward the big picture. It's that vision that helps them step out in ways they never would have otherwise. It's that vision that helps you see the passions in the people on your team. It's that vision that helps recruit even more people, so you start the whole process of leadership over again. And it's only when you build with that type of vision that you start to get a legacy that will outlast even you.